Good morning, Malik.
Good morning.
And how are we all doing this morning, guys?
Good morning.
Oh, by God's grace, you're doing fine.
It's Kojo Yangson's birthday today, guys.
Yes. The Kojo Yangson.
And it's now
Yeah.
photo shoot.
This
The
Kojo.
Kojo Yankson.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wait, if it's my birthday, I'll do photo shoot.
We are waiting for the day.
Yeah.
Please, Kojo, don't be like Raymond. Organize a party for real this time.
I'll start.
We invite ourselves with all.
Why?
the
Why did you leave
Last
out?
time they did party for me.
Why did you leave out
what-
Advance Mensa on this one?
No.
It shouldn't be like Advance Mensa.
It's okay. It's okay. You know what?
Or
Let's
people who
do
declare holidays and leave during their birthdays.
Let's do the first.
Oh,
business.
yeah,
This is
Whoa.
contrived. This is contrived.
Anyway, let me start with the Ghanaian Times. Now, it's reporting this morning approval rating for MPs 180 set to be voted out in 2020 election for non-performance research report. There's one about illegal fishing supposed to cost this nation $50 billion in 2017. Now, police impound 4,000 bags of planting for food and job subsidized fertilizers at Paga. And the last one, President is calling for changing governance structure of the ILO.
The Today newspaper has GN Savings assures customers with community banking concept. Mahama Boys, Coles, Rawlings, and USFS warns government over Etiwa bauxite dealings.
The Finder is reporting this morning cocoa floor price. Ghana, Ivory Coast face buyers processors in Accra today. The two countries move to dictate cocoa prices. There's one also about GESM support 1,600 women in the share industry in Ghana.
And Dana, this headline, Raymond has been all excited. Have you been excited?
No.
about this one? This is the front page of the Daily Guide newspaper. Tadi girls kidnapper arrested in Togo. Emphatic headline. Tadi girls kidnapper arrested in Togo.
But it sounds exciting.
Ayariga Des, absolutely, that's why Raymond is excited. Ayariga Des Amidou. Nana Becky wish BEC candidates well. Terror suspect nabbed in Sunyani. Those are the stories on the front page of the Daily Guide newspaper.
The Graphic Business is reporting this morning ESLA risk becoming permanent tax, and that's the Energy Sector Levies Act. And this is according to Senior Hosi of the CBOD. There's one also about Ghana Farmers Summit Exhibition Awards being given a specific date to happen.
The MP's rating is also on the front page of the Daily Statesman newspaper. Poor show. 52% of MPs will lose seats in 2020, research says. Kidnaps. Staff of dirty politics. Security analyst hints at ploy to make government unpopular. And Akufo-Addo calls for changes to ILO.
And the New Crusading Guide is reporting this morning said Ojo Boadu to contest NALAC treasurer. There's also Ayariga fights Amido, challenges his capacity to prosecute him. And there's one about terror threats. No cause for alarm. This is a deputy minister for defense, Major Derek Ojuru. Now there's one on ignoring NDC's propaganda on One Village, One Dam project. This is according to the government of the Republic of
The
Ghana.
Daily Graphic newspaper, Ghanaian sues multinational for employment termination. Amidu not qualified to prosecute me. That's Mahama Ayarga, MP for Boku Central. Anxiety heightens at Tema Port as MPS demands 11% increase in handling charges. Back page of the Daily Graphic newspaper, Ghana Exim Bank finances share processing centers. GMPC Foundation takes fire campaign to traders.
So we'll begin this morning by looking at some disturbing news for an Okada passenger who has been crushed to death. These Okadas.
Yes, and that's a very terrible situation because the gentleman's name is Sulemana Idrisu. He's actually a 35-year-old man who was crushed to death, yesterday in the morning. And we are told that he was behind that particular...
It's a pillion rider.
Yes, he was behind the Okada rider.
Yes, it's a pillion rider.
He was behind the Okada rider when he as passenger was trapped between two cars when the man was trying to maneuver his way through the cars. So he actually got off the car, the motorbike, fell, and the big tire of the man truck actually crashed him to death immediately. And it was a very terrible sight. People came around to see how the situation was on the ground there. Indeed, the DSP in charge of the Kolebu Police, MTTD, where this incident happened, says this is not the first time they've had incidents like that around that particular area. They do not know whether it's the traffic that makes it, or the fact that there's very serious traffic that people prefer the Okada to ordinary or other forms of transportation. That's why all of these accidents are happening. One key note was that the gentleman did not have any helmet on, even though the main rider had his helmet on. The guy behind the rider did not have his helmet on, and he died in this case. Daniel, the complaint here is that, of course, the preceding year, 2018, similar incidents, people who died through motorbike accident, especially on Okada ends. I'm sure that's why the NRSC, the National Road Safety Commission, is complaining about why is the illegality being allowed to continue. That is the use of motorbikes as commercial transportation. That is what is illegal. It's not the motorbike that's illegal. In this case, it's been established that the gentleman was on as a passenger. So obviously an illegal act was being committed.
Yeah, it's a paid passenger.
Yes,
that's what the law is
in this particular case. So that's how terrible the situation is.
But Raymond, we know that members of parliament, persons who were in parliament when these regulations were passed
in 2012,
have been advocating that the law should be held in abeyance and let people continue to use motorbikes for commercial purposes. So many of them. Members of parliament.
It's not that straightforward. We know that in Rwanda, motorcycles are used for commercial transport. And we know that in Ghana, there are some parts of the country where we don't have that many taxis. So there has been that suggestion that, okay, it shouldn't be applied on a blanket basis. They should allow the local authorities to apply the law based on their...
They should change the law.
The difficulty in this argument is that those parts of the country that you are talking about, nobody uses motorbikes for commercial purposes. It is in Accra and other busy centers that because of traffic, people rely on these motorbikes because it's faster. Unfortunately, it is not safer, but it's faster for many people.
Well, you see, so the members of parliament, so for instance, Harun Idrisu has mentioned, and he's a member of parliament for one of the Tamale constituencies, and he's mentioned that in his constituency, it is used for commercial purposes. You know, one of the things that we need to avert our minds to is that between 2001 and 2016, the proportion of motorcycle fatalities have increased from 2.7% in 2001 to 21%. So 21% of all road fatalities, which is about 2,000 a year, is from road accidents.
Let me compound that. Between 2010 and 2017, the the NRSC is reporting
National Road Safety Commission.
Very good. They are reporting that first, it was 200 people that died from motorbike, what they call it. The people who are riders, they were the ones who died from it. That's Okada riders. It moved to 400. So it's actually doubled between that 7-year period. And that's their main cause of worry. I think we should get the people, even if they are going to ride, to obey the rules. Many of the time, you see them trying to, even when there's a traffic, when you see the lights on, it's red, they move through. They just look left, right, and they don't think that the traffic rules.
That's just in Accra. In Tamale, they obey the traffic rules.
No, I don't care about what is happening. My problem is that you should get everybody to obey the traffic rules. That's where the more important part is.
That's true.
Let's go to Takrady. The Daily Guide is reporting that a prime suspect in the kidnapping of the 3 Takrady girls has been arrested in Togo. And this guy was arrested by the Criminal Investigations Department of the Ghana Police Service, which conducted an operation in Togo that led to the arrest of this person, who is named only as John. And this John is being touted as the mastermind of the kidnappings of the 3 girls. And according to the Daily Guide report, this John, after the girls were kidnapped, took them to the eastern part of Nigeria. But the Ghana Police Service is struggling to get the exact location where they are being kept in that country. Why is Raymond laughing? And we know the victims are Ruth Lavquason, Priscilla Blessing Bentum, and then Priscilla Crunchy. These are the 3 girls who were kidnapped at various times last year. And there's been a campaign waged by Joy News and the multimedia group for these girls to be brought back. The Daily Guide reports that one person has been arrested, which is kind of confusing in my mind because we were told that the prime suspect in the kidnapping of these girls was once Samuel Udotok Wills, who was actually sentenced to 18 months imprisonment by the Takrady court for breaking jail. And he's yet to stand trial for. He's actually standing trial for the kidnapping as well. So now that we are being told a certain John has been arrested in Togo by the same criminal investigations department whose head said to us that the girls had been found and they were going to be brought. Later, there was a variation of that statement which was made publicly to the media.
Hope.
And we were told that the girls had actually been found. They were brought to Ghana. They were in Accra. They were at a certain facility undergoing medical screening. Now we are being told that they are in the eastern part of Nigeria, and the Ghana Police Service is struggling to find the exact
So did the Daily
location.
Guide retract the earlier story? Because this is clearly contradiction.
Why are you
with that
asking me a
particular
question
story.
I can't answer?
Yeah, because that's the
Well, is
substantive
it
point.
in this publication? The answer is no. The retraction is not in this publication. My question really is that for the families who are in Takoradi waiting for the girls to come home, the expectation is for the girls to be reunited to their family members. So they're in Eastern Nigeria. Where are they? Are we bringing them? And if you say that they're in Eastern Nigeria, are we not tipping off the persons they are with so that they are moved somewhere else? Because I'm sure that the news media is quite large there.
A vast area. So, well, they said this John has actually been frequenting Benin, Togo, and Ghana, and he's been conveying girls to Nigeria before his arrest by the CID.
Anyway, let's move, guys, from this story. I heard the appointees of the president have been graded.
Yes, this is according to a research report that was put together by the Political Science Department. This was led by Isaac Osumensa, PhD, and also Alexander Keche Dukufrimpong. These are wonderful researchers. Basically, what happened in this research was they actually spoke to people, and a huge number. We are looking at 27,500 people in some 1,375 electoral areas. The questions were pretty simple. First, how do you think your MP is performing? How do you think your minister is performing? But the top list has the education minister being number one. So Matthew Opoku Prempeh is being deemed by people to be performing on the ground.
AKA Mr. Free SHS.
Yeah, I mean, that's if you're saying he's the one implementing, but that's aside the point.
He's the education minister. Come on.
Okay, now, so beyond,
if he has a very hard-working deputy.
that's why you suggest that the thing
Raymond,
doing
let's
the
get
work.
back to the story.
Okay,
Raymond, thank you.
now Matthew Opoku Prempeh is number one. We also have others, including John Peter Amewu, then Minister for Planting for Food and Jobs.
You mean Minister for Agriculture?
Yeah, but if you say there's a minister for the minister for Planting for Food and Jobs.
Nice, I understand.
Brilliant. So then Dr. Osofri Akoto is actually on that particular list as top tier. The first five includes the three in this case. Then John Peter Amewu is also the Minister for Energy. And there are also others who are in the top 10, including Information Minister, who are not in the top 5. Yes, Kojo Opokuma is in the top 10, not in the top 5.
Somebody actually said that John Peter Amewu is a former hard-working minister.
Wale, who said that? Wale, who said that?
I've not heard
Yesterday, when the list came, somebody in the newsroom said that when he was at the Lands and Natural Resources, at that time he was highly regarded as a hard-working minister. Anyway, what is Kofi Asase?
Okay, let's move on.
Okay, but it's not the only place
Ray, you
something
want
is
to
happening. In Parliament too, let's not forget it. There is some increasing call. Almost 65% of the people in this country, in the area survey, the respondents, want the MPs changed.
Oh.
Yes. Especially in the strongholds of the various political parties. The people are demanding a change in the MPs that they have there.
Okay,
Yes, that
so-
means the
so-
primaries will be butu.
Exactly.
Yes.
That's what I was going to. So if it's in a stronghold of a certain political party,
Yes.
a change in MP often means a change in candidates for the same
Yes.
political party.
Yeah.
I saw it happen in Kwesi Mintim, and when the then member of parliament Joe Bedouansa was agitated against by his constituents. After the current member of parliament Joe Mensa won, I personally went out to interview some market women. They said that, we have won the election. We are
Didn't
so
the
happy.
matter go to court? Which one was the one down by something?
Something. It's the same one.
Yes.
The holding of the primaries was taken to court. They injuncted the primary because they were going to do the primary without Joe Mensa. He was suspended from that. It was quite an interesting one. And with a lot of
Let's
long
go to the
convoluted-
port where there is tension and anxiety, according to Dala Rasuloklu's story. Hey, this is Russell Oklu's story. I'm sure it's Dala Russell Oklu. And she's reporting on the front page of the Daily Graphic newspaper that there is tension because the Meridian Port Services, which had just completed work in the the Terminal 3. You know, we have Terminal 3 at the the airport, right?
T3.
We have a Terminal 3 at the
At the
port
port
as
as
well. This is the Terminal Community 3 where the new port is being built, and it's scheduled to start operations by January 28th. But the company is asking for an 11% increase in container handling charges. And this is consistent with provisions of a concessionaire agreement signed in 2015 before the new port was built. According to the agreement, there's supposed to be this 20%. They've already imposed a 9.1% increase in container handling charges. They are asking for a further 11% increase. They've actually written to the Ghana Port and Harbours Authority asking that they be granted permission to increase this levy by June 28 when they are starting operations. Of course, there's opposition to this by the port workers who believe that this is going to increase the charges at the port and is going to reduce the business friendliness of Ghana. Why is it that they are asking the president to intervene in this matter, and government is actually making efforts to reduce charges at the port? At the same time, MPS is asking that they should be allowed to do this. Now, a letter which was signed on May 24th by the Chief Finance Officer of MPS, Sunil Bansal, is saying that they have an agreement, and the agreement, which dated back to 2015, requires that they should do this. And they say, if
you mean the
it is
concessionaire agreement?
the concessionaire agreement, that it is important for this to be granted so that persons who are coming to use the port will be accustomed to the new charges that they are imposing on everyone.
I wonder what is in the agreements for other concessionaire agreements that we are signing.
That's interesting.
Like
very
the
much.
electricity sector. But anyway, with the electricity sector, the tariffs are fixed by PURC. It's a matter of law. You can't just write a letter to governments for permission to increase electricity tariffs. So there may be some differences there, but still, it'll be interesting to see what comes out of the concessionaire agreements we are signing. Raymond, we'll end with illegal fishing and its cost to the country.
Yes, the nation lost 50 million US dollars. That's somewhere around 250 million Ghana cedis. And we are looking at about 100,000 metric tons of fish with true illegal fishing activities. And a report conducted by the Environmental Justice Foundation and Yampuano, both NGOs of course, actually identified that 1, the degradation of fish stock, 2, misappropriation and depreciation of fish prices in this country are purely due to foreign trawlers that often encroach on the designated areas for local artisanal fishermen in the country. All of these illegalities anyway, their report was themed Stolen at Sea. Indeed, it references an activity which is known as industrial trawlers catching fish meant for small-scale fishermen, and in turn, they will sell the specially adapted canoes out to sea for higher profit. What is basically happening is that we're going to, in the next few years, they are projecting, lose a lot of fisher folk going into other jobs because they cannot still stay in fish farming. This is also because the people have extraordinary technology. Illegal technology that they are using in our fish farm. So when we are seeking to protect our fish stock by declaring closed seasons and other things, these people are still fishing. They are using extra technology, which is not only going to go against our people, but also the fish stock we have in the country, and will make fish very expensive for ordinary people like us to buy.
So
fish
it comes back to
protein anyway.
So it comes back to enforcing the law, cracking the whip on these persons who have these illegal methods. Now, the online news review is where we go next. Is brought to you by Zenith Bank in your best interest and Goil Good Energy. Make your day productive by relying on quality fuel from Goil, your 3-time CIMG Petroleum Company of the Year. Goil Super XP and Diesel XP are additivated to enhance strong engine performance and prolong the lifespan of your vehicle. Above all, you are guaranteed extra quality with our fuel analyzer from our mobile laboratory van. Get your money's worth every day by buying fuel and lubricants from any of Goil's over 360 service stations nationwide and experience good energy. Buy Goil, grow Ghana. Goil, good energy. Goil, Yanara Yedia. When it comes to traveling with ease and comfort, Zenith Bank's wide array of MasterCard and Visa cards will help you do just that. You can conveniently use your Zenith MasterCard and Visa cards at over 33 million Visa and MasterCard branded ATMs worldwide, on the internet for online purchases and payments, and in-shop for payments of goods and services. You can also use it at all Zenith Bank ATMs and on local and international POS or retail outlets that accept Visa and MasterCard. Sign up today, or if you already have one, Use the Zenith MasterCard and Visa cards for a great travel experience. Go light with Zenith Bank. It's faster and smarter. Zenith Bank, in your best interests. MyJoyOnline.com has teenage mothers, pregnant students writing the BECE at Agogo. 8 out of the 1,216 candidates there are pregnant, and majority of the teenage mothers come from schools in Afram Plains. All the best to them as they write their papers. Apostle Nyamiche, only truth will bring economic freedom. The chairman of the prestigious Church of Pentecost, Apostle Eric Nyamiche, has been making this statement. He was speaking during the inauguration of the Pentecost Professionals Network held at the Pentecost Convention Center, PCC, Gomwafete, on Saturday, June 8th. AdomOnline.com. AdomOnline.com. 2 in custody for registered foreigners to write 2019 BECE. BBC.com. Plant extinction. Bad news for all species. About 600 plant species have been lost from the wild in the past 250 years. That's serious. 1 million new STIs every day, says WHO. So 600 plant species are dying. 1 million STIs every day. That's sexually transmitted infections every day in this world. Anyway, we're going to take these important messages. But before we do that, Malik, some important people.
Yes, sir. Good morning to Moses Yidana of Deloitte on Tish and Hafiz Dawda. These are ardent listeners of the morning show. You have no idea how much they follow the Super Morning Show. Great. Thank you.
Guys, thank you so much. We appreciate you every single day. We do this for you. All right, we're going to take these important messages and then there's more. Stay with us.
Good energy. Power.